Pretty cheap. And that's a wrap. The Half Price Books coupon sale for the spring is now complete, and I am here to show all of you my haul, the items that I purchased. The first thing I have in my hands here is the Master Roshi Dragon Ball Z pop figure. I don't buy many of these pop figures. I have about 4 of them. I only buy them for things that I really like or characters I really like. Master Roshi being one of them. I paid the full $8 price for this just because to me $8 wasn't very expensive. Next thing I have in my hands here is Donkey Kong Country 2 on the Super Nintendo, of course. This game was 30 bucks, priced at 30. I got it for 15 with the 50% off. So a pretty good deal for $15, that game. What the hell am I saying? Next up, I have the King Kai and Bubbles Dragon Ball Z pop figure. They had a couple of DBZ figures at the location that I purchased these at. This was priced at $12 and I got 40% off on it, so it must have been like $7.50 or so. Pretty solid deal. I love King Kai. He's a funny guy. This one I didn't get with the coupon. I just picked it up because I thought it looked funny. It's the Monster Truck Bloopers VHS videotape, and it was $1. I just thought, what the hell? Why not? It looks funny. I have 12 Monkeys with Bruce Willis and Brad Pitt. This movie was priced at 8 bucks, but I got it for 50% off, so it was $4 for 12 Monkeys. Pretty standard, normal Blu-ray, that's always cheap. I just haven't picked it up and owned it yet, so I'm glad to finally have that in my collection. Now I have, the Legend of Zelda 4 Swords Adventures. This is a GameCube game where all the characters are like the Toon Link style. This game had the manual in it and everything. Zelda games usually run for a pretty penny. I got this for $12.50. Definitely a great deal. I'm kind of a big GameCube collector. Next up, I have Nathan For You, the complete series. This is a Comedy Central original that is completely, utterly hilarious. If you've never watched Nathan For You, I definitely recommend it. I believe it is right now on Hulu. They took it off for a little bit, but I'm pretty sure it's back on. That's why I bought the DVD, is because I know Hulu and Netflix have a tendency of taking things off of their services. For only 12 bucks with the coupon, the entire 4-season series of Nathan For You was a complete no-brainer for me. It is DVD, which is unfortunate, but I don't ever see it coming out on Blu-ray, so that'll have to do. Next up, I picked this up. I didn't get a coupon discount on it or anything, but it's the Star Wars game, The Force Unleashed 2. I found it for $2 in the video game clearance section. I played a bit of the first one, and I heard this game is really short, and that's why people didn't like it, so that's perfect for me, getting it for $2, because it takes forever for me to finish a video game. Next up, I have Okami HD on the PS4. I got this for 40% off, so this was $6. It was priced at $10. I've heard really great things about this game. It'd be nice to get my hands on the original PS2 copy, but in all honesty, I would rather play the HD PS4 version. Next up, this is a pretty incredible deal to me. I found Overlord on 4K for $12.99. I got 40% off on it, so it must have been, it was like $8. The only catch is that the Blu-ray disc is not in here. I really liked watching this in theaters. Happy that I got to see it in IMAX. And this cover is just fucking awesome. This movie has such a great cover, and the opening of this movie, if you haven't seen Overlord and you like goofy, over-the-top action, it's a really well-made war film, like fantasy war film. I'm pretty excited about this one as well. I finally got my hands on the 4K copy of Logan Lucky. This is Steven Soderbergh's venture out of retirement. This is just a really funny movie. I got it for about $9 with the coupon. Next up, this film is a hijacking. I was really surprised to find it in the clearance section at one of the locations I was at for $3. This is essentially Captain Phillips, I believe, but I think it's a foreign language film. It's not a US film, and I've wanted to watch it for a long time. Finally got it. Found it real cheap. Next up, we have Sidney Lumet's Before the Devil Knows You're Dead. This stars 2 of my favorite actors, Ethan Hawke and the late Philip Seymour Hoffman. I've wanted to watch this for a very long time. It was priced at $8. I got 40% off of that price. Really excited to finally give this movie a watch, because I've known about it for a long time. Next up, I have Takashi Miike's 13 Assassins. I've been meaning to watch this movie for a long time as well. It was priced at $8. I got 40% off. It must have been like $5.50. Something like that. Now this one is Stronger with Jake Gyllenhaal, priced at $8. Got it for 40% off, so I don't know, it's like $6 or something. This is a really good performance from Jake Gyllenhaal. I'm really happy to find this movie with a slipcover, and I definitely want to rewatch it again sometime. This one I am really interested in. It's In Order of Disappearance. This was recently remade as the Liam Neeson film Cold Pursuit that was in theaters just this past February. I saw that movie and I thought it was really unique and really funny, and that movie is a remake of this. This is the original one, so I am definitely very curious. It has Stellan Skarsgård in it, kind of like Fargo a little bit. Next up, we have an anime film, Paprika. I've known about this movie for a long time, but I don't know much about it. It was priced at $12.99 and I got it for 40% off, so it was, you know, $8 or something like that. Really excited to check this out. I also hear the Blu-ray quality is perfect on this disc, so we'll have to see. I got another anime film here called Summer Wars. I want to say this movie is directed by the same guy who directed The Boy and the Wolf. It looks really interesting just based off the cover. I got 40% off of the $15, I believe. Yep, so it was $9.70 for this movie with the slipcover. And I was really happy to find this, even though I don't really like this film, but I found Thor, the limited edition 3D version, priced at $15, and I got 40% off on it. I'm trying to collect all of the Marvel movies on their kind of original Blu-ray and Blu-ray 3D formats, so I'm really happy to finally have found this one and added it to my collection. And I have to really quickly run upstairs because I forgot all of the vinyl records that I purchased up there. I'll be right back. Okay, and I am back with the big pile of records that I also bought at Half Price Books. So the first record I have in my lap here is Jack White's Boardinghouse Reach. This is just a normal vinyl, not a gatefold or anything like that. It's on 1 LP, 180 gram vinyl, I believe. This is a really cool jazz rock album. Pretty interesting, definitely one of the most interesting things that Jack White has ever released in my opinion. And the second one I have in my lap here is Elliott Smith's Either Or. I was able to find the deluxe edition gatefold expanded edition of this album. It was priced down at $20.99 and I got 50% off on this. So this very nice gatefold deluxe LP for only $11. Really lucked out. I recently listened to this album for the first time, and Peter is now coming out of the beer fridge area. Peter, do you want to come say hello to the camera?
It's alright. I just getting a picture for Untapped. There we go.
Oh, come on, Pete. Come on, get in here.
Okay, say hi.
Peter's coming to say hello with his new beer.
Hi, lukemick subscribers.
Alright.
I was featured in the last video.
Oh yeah, that's right, he was sitting right behind. Alright, literally the moment Peter walked out of the frame, my battery died on my camera. So we're gonna pick up where we left off. We're almost done. Next up, this is a really great deal in my opinion. I got LCD Soundsystem's American Dream. This is their most recent record. It was priced at 24 bucks, which is pretty cheap for a new big gatefold album. So I got this album for $12. Which to me is just an incredible deal. This is a really solid album. That one definitely comes recommended for me. All these albums pretty much do come recommended, except for maybe one of them, which we'll be getting to in a moment. Next up, I have Kraftwerk's Autobahn. I'm gonna get the receipt out of the front so you guys can actually see it. And this is an original pressing, original US pressing of their first album. It was priced at 20 bucks. And I got it for 50% off, so I got it for 10 bucks. My favorite Kraftwerk album, definitely. There is one issue with it where it was skipping, or not skipping, but it got stuck in a loop on the second side of the LP. But that is just one little issue with that particular copy of the record. But it's something that doesn't bother me that much. I can just kind of lift the needle and skip over that loop. Next up, I have Lourdes Melodrama here. This is her second album. I was priced at $20 and I got it for 50% off, so I got this brand new LP for just 10 bucks. This is a really good modern pop album in my opinion. I didn't really think much of Lorde before, but this is actually a pretty personal album, and I really like what she did with this, and I'd like to see her release more music similar to this. This isn't a gatefold vinyl or anything, it's just a slide out. I wish it would open up, but what are you gonna do? For 10 bucks, it's to me a really great deal for an album I've been meaning to buy for quite a while now. Now this one is pretty incredible. I had no idea that our man, Bruce Willis, had made music before. This was priced at $8 and I got it for 40% off, so it was 5 or 6 bucks. This is, I think, just all cover music, actually. I think he's covered a bunch of songs, and I listened to it, and it's pretty corny, but it's also just a really fun record, and that you can't deny that face. Like, you just can't. Crap my pants when I pulled this out of their record selection. I'm really happy to have learned something new about Bruce Willis. Final item I have here is another brand new LP, and it is a gatefold, which is wonderful. That is Arcade Fire's Neon Bible. I now have all the Arcade Fire albums that I care about in my record collection. This is priced at $24. I got it for 40% off, so it was like $15. Really great Arcade Fire album. You all know who Arcade Fire is. And that pretty much wraps up the Half Price Books coupon sale for spring of 2019. I look forward to the sale coming back again in the summer months. But right now I kind of need to let my bank account ease up a little bit, because clearly I spent a lot of money this week at Half Price Books. So if you guys like this video, you can hit the subscribe button down below. I'm usually uploading content similar to this. And yeah, I hope you all have a good rest of your day, evening, night, whatever it is you may be doing, and I will talk to you later.